Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, WORIMI, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, what a set of questions today. Okay, what I want to have a look at, aside from the fact, let sleeping dogs lie. I'm doing quite a bit. It seems the ICC is involved in quite a number of things at the moment. Um, this particular reading, what I want to have a look at is the actual deportation to El Salvador and what's happening there and what's going to happen to those that were shackled, manacled, put on a couple of planes and sent off illegally by Felon 45. Now, just very quickly, yes, it is Tanya Chutkin. I know that. She was Janet. Janet, and I can't remember her surname. I looked it up again last night. In her previous life, really powerful woman in her previous life within her own right, not necessarily on the international stage. And that's why I keep getting Janet. So I do apologise for that. I am aware it is Tanya, but I will guaranteed call her Janet again going forward. It's just that past life is so strong. Okay, so I'm going to use the Runic Tarot, very dark deck. I'll try and get the cards as light as I can. What's happened is I believe it was about 200, just under 200 people of potentially entertainment only, allegedly Venezuelan descent or Venezuelan citizens in the US at the moment, rounded up and claims that they were drug running gang members or whatever. They were given no legal opportunity to defend themselves, to prove themselves as not, and to even show that they may not even have been Venezuela. There was no due process. They were literally rounded up, handcuffed, manacled, like slaves, been put onto a slave ship from 200 and odd years ago, put onto planes and flown to El Salvador. Now, what really gets me is the fact if they really were Venezuelan, why weren't they sent to Venezuela, which is literally right there? The judge, a US judge, ruled that it was illegal what was happening, and that what was happening was illegal. That the planes needed to be turned around and they needed to be returned to the United States. The Felon 45's cohort said, "Oh, too late to turn them around. They're in international waters, so the US court system has no authority there." And the judge has ordered them to be returned, but the El Salvadorian dictator, one man, one rule dictator, has declared that they are now in the prison, and oh dear, how sad, too late, can't do anything about it. Now, the Venezuelan president, absolutely furious, as you can imagine. This is due to Felon 45 signing some sort of declaration that the US is under attack, at war with Venezuela, ushering in the Alien Enemies Act from 1790. You saw it going back to the 1860-something Act in regards to women's reproductive rights was bad enough. We're now going back to the 1700s. The 1790 Act that has only been enacted, I think, 3 to 4 times in US history in total, and the last time was during World War II to force the internment of German, Italian, and Japanese citizens. So I've got no words for this. This is just how crazy it is. Now, for those that were saying that the federal courts keep functioning when the government is shut down. Yes-ish. It keeps functioning until the funding runs out. I have pinned to a lot of those comments a link that will take you to where it clearly says that until the funding runs out, and the funding is only about 2 weeks maximum. So if the government, federal government, had been shut down by Democrats not letting the continuation of the budget go through, there was absolutely no guarantee that the government would be opening up again, because that would be the ball in the GOP's court of the GOP actually wanting to open the government back up. Hey, let's not pay federal employees. That beats having to fire them. Oh dear, how sad. They've got no work. They don't get paid because the government was shut down. Those nasty Democrats didn't allow us to continue the functioning of government. And what will happen? Oh dear, how sad, never mind. The courts also, which are the only ones holding the line at the moment, the courts would be shut down 10, 14 days at the most. So please don't argue that with me. I've linked it multiple times. You can Google it for yourself, do your own research. But this, which means this sort of ruling, it also would have meant, because the Department of Greed and Evil, Doge, had 21 days, they're now down to probably about 18 days to bring their documentation forward to Judge Chutkin. That case wouldn't have gone ahead either. So just be aware, Okay, what I'm going to do, how is this going to play? Here's my runic cheat sheet, and I've got extra on the bottom there. That was that sort of light E that I couldn't work out what it was, and apparently it means time to rise and take action. This is about we the people. Now, Susan Lynn has said, and someone emailed me this morning about it, yes, I totally agree, has said that it may even be the oligarchs that take the Felon 45 regime out because they're losing too much money. Apparently, the top 5 oligarchs have lost in the last couple of weeks $162 billion of their net worth. So, they are getting stung quite severely. But the reason why the oligarchs are getting stung, is because you, the people. This is very much about you, the people, taking back your power through the decisions and choices that you make, taking back this oligarchical my way or the highway, one man, one rule dictatorship energy by standing up and taking action and bringing forward your inspirational and powerful message. Okay, get off my little soapbox there and let's have a look. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And here we've got the oligarchs opposing the emperor. Let's have a look. Where do I go with this? I'm going to have a look. Now, this all ties in. This ties in with Chip Roy and Mike Lee bringing their anti-ICC act to Congress. This ties in with Don Jr., Matt Gaetz, known allegedly entertainment only sex trafficker, and Mike Lee going down to El Salvador about 8 months ago. And Mike Lee is the one bringing one of the parties bringing forward this anti-ICC legislation. It's all so intertwined. Where do I go with this? Let me have a look. How is this going to play out how's this going to go for Felon 45? Now, from what I gather, if I flip my page over, the judge, in regards to this denial of the Alien Enemies Act, which enabled these Venezuelans to be sent, has ordered a meeting today at 5 p.m. with Felon 45's lawyers regarding the Venezuelans sent to El Salvador. Apparently Felon 45's lawyers tried to cancel the meeting, tried to get it cancelled, and the judge said, don't think so, you'll be here. I just want to see how it's going to go. Show me. First of all, how is this meeting going to go? I think they're going to be absolutely exploded. This is time to rise and take action. I think they have this. You know how I keep saying there's one last line in the sand? I think this might be a line in the sand for the legal system. Do not be surprised if the US Marshals are called in. I'm going to ask about that. I think this might be a line in the sand for the US legal system, because here we've got justice. Justice, and the symbol on the justice is honour, justice, leadership, and authority. Higher courts, the Hierophant, perhaps SCOTUS, or perhaps Felon 45 and the Tower moment. This I really feel, because this next one showing itself to me, Ace of Cups, emotionally overwhelming. There is just something that is so despicable about this. Absolutely emotionally overwhelming, that will bring about a new start. There is something beyond, there's something more to this. I feel so intense with every fibre of my being that there is so much more to this. Just the next two is is the King of Cups, taking action, emotionally mature, compassionate, but this is also saving what is really important and burning down the rest. Absolutely burning down. And I do wonder whether this is Felon 45's regime, literally burning down everything. We've got here the Eight of Pentacles, work going on behind the scenes, skilled work going on behind the scenes to bring this to an end. And when I say this, I'm thinking the regime. I'm really feeling this is line in the sand stuff, because we've got here the Hanged Man, stopped, halted, ended, and then the Ace of Pentacles. New protective beginnings, or just simply new beginnings, new opportunities. We've then got the whistleblower, the harsh truth, the corruption being revealed, and the star of defending, the star of hope and healing. This really feels like some sort of legal last straw here. And this is why I'm going to say, this is why, gosh, and if I go to the top, the world, ending of a cycle. How many ending cards do we need? Ending of a cycle, ending of this Nazi cycle. And then we've got Queen of Swords coming forward. Queen of Swords. And a return to what should have been. I am fired up on this one. I'm really, really I don't have words. Okay, let me poker shuffle. Oh, there's secrets that will be revealed that some parties would rather kept hidden. I keep hearing the unraveling. There is this. Okay, they're now telling me the great unraveling. Oh, secrets revealed. Russia. This is, well, whether it's Russia or whether it's other autocratic regimes. Got the spinning wheel, creating something, spinning something, spinning. making something out of nothing. Okay, let's have a look. What do I want to have a look at? How is this going to go for felon 45? How is this despicable action? Okay. Why am I getting Yemen? Now, I know the order was made for US bombing of Yemen. Is that so? This one's poking out at me. The Nine of Pentacles. This is about boundaries. This is about legislation that stops crossing of boundaries. But then this is on top again. The ending of a cycle is the Nazis go too far, peering in the Ark of the Covenant in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Right, here's the Ten of Pentacles. Raping and pillaging, attacking, but it's again end of a cycle. An offer being brought forward that is betraying, stealing, abuse of power, that will bring down the leader and lead to investigations, but trying to keep it hidden. Fleeing to protection. As they are stopped, agreements are exposed, legal action is underway in regards to absolute corrupt disregard for human life. I'm getting that this is I kept seeing overreach, some sort of military overreach. Let's have a look. How is this going to go? Whatever's happening, show me. So when's felon 45 supposed to be heading to Saudi Arabia? I know Sterling apparently sees him fleeing to Saudi Arabia and then having a health event over there and passing away. I don't think he'll actually make it. I think his intention is to flee. I don't feel he'll actually make it, that he'll be able to get out of the country. Show me. Right. I was just thinking about Air Force One. And then I was shown the image of him climbing onto Marine One. Yes, I know Musk was there. Interesting. Watch Musk's expression as he watches Trump and X leave the building. He's actually standing there watching them do it without going with them. There's something going on there. But I got the vision of Marine One. And then Musk continued along, sort of several minutes later with a second group of people, high as a kite, but that's beside the point. And I was like, why did he go on Marine One when he always takes Air Force One back and forth? Someone said to me that Marine One left on the Friday but didn't arrive. Felon 45 didn't arrive at Lago until the Sunday, but I can't find anything about where they might have been in between. But what I was given was the vision that the reason why they went on Air Force One and Marine One instead of Air Force One was because of the stairs. Sorry, that was a long convoluted squirrel quokka moment. Because of the stairs. There's what, a dozen stairs, not the 20 or so stairs. He took the helicopter so he didn't have to climb the stairs onto Air Force One, is what I got. Okay, but how's this going to affect felon 45 and his lawyers? Right. Gathering around, giving really poor advice. Poor choices, poor advice. His lawyers, I think, are going to be giving felon 45 some shouldn't be listening to it advice. Trying to spin, smoke and mirrors, wool over the eyes type thing. The challenge is the Eight of Cups. The crusty old dragon at the front and scampering away with one cup in hand up the tree. Travel and journey. What symbols have we got here? What's this one as I'm looking at my cheat sheet, desperately trying to find it? Can't see it there. And this one looks like half of the self, half of the friends, half of the social order, or a back to front joy, comfort, pleasure. So no joy, no comfort, no pleasure, and fleeing. Wow, okay. Foundation. Yeah, secrets being revealed. Secrets being brought to the surface and revealed, and literally a fight of good against evil. In the past, the Emperor, he is in the past. Crowning the thread in the Chariot, chaotic movement forward, revelation, vision being brought forward, exposure, movement forward. I think this is, I know it's Freya, but it's got Boudica vibes for me. Gosh, I'm looking into the cloak. It almost looks like she's got spirits in her cloak. Can't say I've noticed that before. The spirits are on her side. The immediate future, the Nine of Cups, which to me looks like plotting in the back corner of the pub. Loki. Thank you for the person that reminded me that this is Loki, not Pan. Loki, the mischievous sprite, but no work, indolence, not seeing what is really important. The Seven of Pentacles, reaping what you sow with a target on your back. What I'm getting from these cards, this is the here and now, this is the past. The Emperor is in the past. This is about those that are behind the scenes plotting and putting executive orders in front of him to sign that he has no idea what he is signing. He says, please tell me what this one is about. And someone will say something to him and he signs it. He wouldn't have a clue what he is signing and they could tell him anything because he is too lazy to actually do any work. Apparently he spent already a third of his current time in the Oval Office golfing already. Third. Internally, it's going to come back and bite him. He likes the trophies on the wall. He likes the glory. Doesn't like the reality and the truth. Now, I know this symbol means honor, justice, leadership, authority, but to me, in this particular card, it's a target on his back. The Seven of Wands, bringing down the wrath of the heavens and having to fall back in front of, in despair of it. Three of Swords, betrayal, loss, treason, about to get his head choppered off. Russia, work going on behind the scenes, money trail, boundaries not being passed, something standing firm, that's going to bring about an ending to this overreach. And then we've got the Hermit, isolated and investigated. And then sort of that reminds me of the scene at Mar-a-Lago. It's the Ten of Cups. And then we've got fleeing. Fleeing. Betrayal. Defiance. Volatile news being brought forward. Fool's journey. Being a fool, or is this a new journey in the face of all this corruption being exposed? Yeah, this feels, oh gosh, right. Smoke and mirrors now. The legal system moves so slowly, but I think this one's going to move fairly quickly as the wrath is brought down. What is going to happen to these men? What is going to happen to these men? Now, one more question in regards to this. What is going to happen to these men that are in this El Salvadorian jail, entrapped in this El Salvadorian jail? Let's have a look. What's going to happen to these men cast aside, finding themselves, their plight, they're having full illumination. So it's despair and abandoned and cast out. But we've got then the Sun card. What's going to happen to these men that were illegally sent to this awful torture jail? I did a reading on that the other week, on the jail itself. Show me. I can't remember what I said. Show me. Oh, time to rise and take action. The little symbol on the chariot of the sun there. Time to rise and take action as things are fully exposed. Show me what's going to happen to these men that were illegally trafficked. Right. The Three of Pentacles, it's my dark money behind the scenes card. Look at the expression on that guy's face. Determination to hang on to it. Here we've got indolence, but the foolishness. The foolishness of taking disinterest and disregard in what was actually important. And here we've got a higher authority ruling. Ten of Wands. We'll be planting the seeds for the next cycle. There's something here. What is about this? A ruling on the corruption and disregard for human life. What's going to happen to the blokes though? And then we've got the Wheel of Fortune turning, as it is a literal fight of good versus evil. And then we've got the Star card coming forward after the Moon card. Those that profited from this, trying to keep their secrets hidden, but it will be revealed, and it will be a tower moment in regards to this agreement. But will they be released? Will these Venezuela's demanding them be sent to Venezuela? Got here defiance, order being made in defiance that's going to bring us to an end. This betrayal and deceit and abuse of power, end, and I was going to say end of the manipulation and cowardness. But what's going to happen to the men? Are they just going to get lost in the system? What's going to happen to the men themselves that were illegally sent? Oh, I heard yes, that their documentation is going to be lost, that they're going to be lost in the system. Deliberately lost. I've got no words for this. Show me what's going to happen with felon 45 in regards to this. Okay, I'm getting that he signed some sort of executive order, his usual decrees, and he didn't know what he was signing that ordered this to happen. So the buck's going to stop with him. How's that going to play out? Going to bring down the absolute wrath with that Seven of Wands. Some sort of action is going to be taken. Fiery action is going to be taken. We've got the Queen of Cups at the base there. I don't think this is this Judge Chutkan's case or not? I don't think it is. Is it? Could be. The emotionally mature female keeping a lid on the emotions in regards to this in the past, the agreement that was made, the secret dealings done behind closed doors, Junior Gates and Mike Lee. How's it going to work for Felon? Felon 45? He might find himself removed. But this was planned. I'm not saying it was one of those, let's see if we can get away with it. And they didn't, so therefore he's the fall guy. How's it going to work out for Felon 44? I don't think it is. Volatile information coming forward. I think he has signed something that he did not know he was signing that ordered this, or he'll claim he didn't know. But it won't make any difference. He still signed it. And he's going to be removed over it. We've got here the Page of Pentacles, bringing forward information about money potentially. We've got the Magician. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, manipulation, the wheel turning, and information coming out about something that was signed. Got the Two of Swords, blindfolded while making the strategic decision or legal decision. So he did it blind. But there's the Moon card, it being revealed. There he is, lazy as, letting others do the work for him, not reading what he's writing. And the Chariot coming for him. Time to take action, plan, in process about betrayal and deceit and stealing. The seeds of this were planted. That's going to bring about a new start and an ending. I'm not going to say he was set up, but I'm going to say, yes, Spotty's gone. I think he signed something here that he didn't know he was signing. And it was if we get away with it, bravo. If we don't get away with it, he's gone. And we can put JD in. That's that sort of scenario. Am I really going down these rabbit holes like this? This is just unbelievable. Now, I'm not going to read on Yemen. I'm sure a few readers have done so. I get the feeling that Yemen was so that could declare war or something along those lines. It just feels there's something wrong there. It feels like there's ulterior motives. Um, it's just, I'm so confused. I'm not confused, but I'm so confused. I can see that it's this intertwined web all over the world. Um, and I'm trying to unpick it one little knot at a time, and it's just doing my head in. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. I keep getting unraveling. Okay, thank you. Okay, because I'm getting this, picking at this knot. They only need to get one knot unpicked. And then when I say they, I'm talking about the ICC or whomever it is. If they can get this one knot unpicked and they pull on it, the whole thing starts unraveling like a jumper, but a very loosely knitted jumper, because it's a net rather than a jumper. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Let's see how it plays. Hoo-wee! Love to you all. Take care.